Oh dear. Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to day whatever it is. I'll put it in the thing below. Right, so we got back here last night just in time to get some food from the pub, which was a bloody lovely little pub actually. I'll put a link to them underneath. So it's Saturday, the whatever it is, the 4th of September, and today we will be doing the Wigan Flight. Oh yes, 21 locks today, and then tomorrow we're booked into White Bear Marina, where we will be leaving poor little Mustn't Grumble for another probably about 16 days, because next weekend Charlotte's on call. I did think about staying with the boat, but you know, we very nearly ended up in here, which is a lovely little marina actually, and I do like the way everything around here has got loads of solar panels. Have you noticed, boys and girls? Isn't that reassuring? Yeah, so 21 locks today. Should do it in enough time so the GoPro doesn't die. Please, GoPro. Actually, I might go in and charge it up, give it a final charge just to make sure. Yeah, then White Bear. It's got a lawn on their roof. And then back to Sheffield tomorrow. Wow. Onward. Oh, this is rather pleasant. Nice long river type stretch, which weaves in between these various flashes, which are like, I don't know, reservoirs I suppose, which are very nice. One back there, couldn't really get any decent film of it, but full of wildfowl. But isn't this just rather sublime? And we've got a little bit of sunshine, which is always nicer in sunshine, but how lovely is this? It's like little bits of the South Yorkshire navigation. Tree-lined and serene. Here is one such flash, I think they're called. Isn't that nice? Sort of place where on a sunny day you'd expect that to be just full of rowing boats and lovely. Oh, that's the first 2 locks coming into Wigan Outer Way. That's not a part of Wigan Flight. We are now probably going to moor up for some lunch. The chap we just come up through the locks with is turning off to the left, going up towards Liverpool, but he's lost his handcuff key, which you need to do these locks. So we're going to lend him ours while we stop for lunch. He's going to cycle around and unlock all the locks, then come back, give us the key back, take his boat. If he disappears, we'll just take his boat in lieu of the key. Yeah, alright. So I need now to get the GoPro, which is down there, ready, so that after lunch we can do the time lapse. I don't know whether I'll have that as a separate video. It depends how much yakking I do today. In some of them I like to try and add the time lapse in the main video, but I know people like the time lapses separate. Oh dear, the dilemma, the absolute dilemma involved. Well, here we go. We've had some lunch, and now 21 flights. Whee! I don't think I've done much yakking today, so this may go in the main video, this time lapse, or it may not. Who knows? But it looks like we've got some CRT volunteers. which is a very welcome sight for a change when there's 21 locks to go. God, 21 locks. It's now 20 past 1. What's up, mate? First lock. Almost full. 20 to do after this, and the Canal and River Trust volunteers have disappeared. Of course, why wouldn't they? We reckon 4 hours, so it's 1:30. 5:30, 6 o'clock we should have this nailed. We're going to moor at the top. There used to be a pub on the left hand side going up. It looks like that's shut, but there's another one just around the corner which has got a couple of not too favourable reviews. So I have put into the fridge here a couple of Verdant, a couple of Daya, a couple that we got from Wales. So I'll have a decent choice this evening. I won't do all of them, obviously, but it looks like we're having a catering night on the boat tonight. I've got to say, actually, no, I'm going to come back in a second. Just a minute. I just had to have a look. It's the Nevison, Nevison, Country Inn at Plank Lane. Now, it's not what you call gastro pub, but it's a proper pub with proper, decent pub grub. And that was a lovely, lovely little find last night. Really couldn't fault it. Good value, just, you know, nice, good, basic grub. Just so nice to find sometimes. You know, people who aren't trying to be something that they're not. What was that? Shut up, there's no dogs. Well, you horrible hound. Yeah, Nevison at Plank Lane. Really can't fault it. It was just lovely. Sorry, yeah. I have not been incentivicated in any way. I'm not sponsored to say that, but I'd definitely go back if we're ever moored there again. It were lovely. Nice little beer garden and a wall of empty kegs in the car park. Headed toward lock 2 of 21. I have to sail straight in here. Hard to tell really whether the volunteers opened this gate for me or whether it was a self-opening gate, but whatever the case, the gate was open. Lock 2 of 21. I'm not going to do this for every lock. I'm not. I'm so not. Now this is interesting. I hadn't realised it was a turny thing to close the lock. I was going to say door then. Obviously I mean lock gate. Look at that. It's hydraulic. Now this is a reasonable example of porous locks. Those front gates aren't too healthy either. Let's hope it's not too low to get over the sill getting into the lock. Ooh. Better go slow. I think it would have to be quite a lot lower to stop us getting in. So, off-whip power. I'm just drifting now, there's no power. So we get a tiny bit of contact on gate, but that's all right. and in without scraping on any bottoms in the very low lock pound. This is why it's important to do the lock paddles in order, because if you opened this one first and your boat was down there, this would flood straight onto the front well deck and it would potentially sink the boat. Little bit of lock safety education there for you, boys and girls. I'll do my best. Now Charlotte's going to have trouble closing this big steel gate. Look at the strength there, look. She won't be beaten. It's sort of almost going. Oh, don't slip in. It's 200 quid. Crumbs. Now I know people will be saying, why don't you get out and help her? Because she wouldn't like that. She really, if she wants help, she'll ask, but she's in that sort of zone where she won't be beaten. Look at this, she won't be beaten, look. Leading now, it's trying to shut itself. You bastard. That's a lot of gate for one little girl, isn't it? Now I am gonna reverse back and just use the boat to ensure that it doesn't try and open itself again. It shouldn't, but you never know. Good. God, this is a manky lock. Jesus. I've lost count, I don't know where we are. Have you been counting, Marley? Has Fuzzy been counting? No, Fuzzy hasn't been counting either. That's Fuzzy Duck. Does he? Don't ask. I stole it off a child. A lot of these pounds are worryingly low. That pound was low, and I'm not sure that ladder's much use really, is it? If you fell in, you're a bit fucked. Right, 3 more locks to go, and I've got this ready for Charlotte to wave on top lock. The nearer the top we get, the more yucky this is becoming. Bits of tree, loads of scum, and just yuck. Well, as we've come up in the lock, that sign in the window seems to say it all. So that's another pub. There's that one down there, whoa, which is all bricked up, and there's this one here, which I don't think this is going to open again. It looks like an old building, but I'm not really sure it is. I don't think it's anything that would be listed or anything, but Stretch my legs a little bit. Oh, it's a lovely little place. But that ain't ever going to open as a pub again. Well, I'd be very surprised if it does. It needs a big building next door that could be used as a brewery, and then it could be a, you know, like Chris's place. But I don't know what sort of area this is. I'm fairly sure that's just made to look a bit old. It doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't have that feel. But what a lot of work to take something like that on. It would make a lovely little boozer, and perhaps, you know, build a little microbrewery on the side. But yeah, you know, there's still another lock to go. You alright, mate? Oh, how you doing there? Oh, wow. Well, it has been a bloody long day, and but it has been a long day as well. So we're gonna get Charlotte model. Smile. There you go. Turn it round. Might as well give Chris's brewery. Look up and smile. Sit. Look sexy. Boobs out. I think I might have to edit this before I put it on. They are, Chris. 23 locks today, 21 of them in this particular flight alone. Bleeding hell. Over. And it is, definitely. It is, isn't it? It's the last lock. See? The last lock. There we are. Good.